All right, guys, we got redshirt freshman safety Joe Lott. We'll go ahead and turn it over to questions.
You were part of the team last year. How much different? You guys are already 5-2, more wins than last year. How does it feel different from last year?
It's a good question. This team's really together. We're really close. Everyone in the locker room. It's a great place. I couldn't say the same about last year. Every single week in and week out when things were tough, but this team's seen adversity many times, and the never die attitude. That's kind of just how it feels, and it's just a better feeling all around for everybody, I think.
Joe, when it rains, it pours for you. First pick, and then obviously the pick six. How did that feel for you?
I mean, it was kind of surreal, going back to thinking like high school first interception stuff like that. Now doing it here in college, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Had pretty good eyes. Coach Wright might not agree, but made a good play on the ball, and I really should have scored the first one too, but I kind of lost my vision after not running the ball too much anymore in college for a couple of years.
Yeah, Joe Barry, I think on the broadcast, described it as being very good at geometry, trying to figure out how to get your angles to get into the end zone. Were you cheating, looking up at the big screen,
Uh,
trying to figure out where guys were? Or?
yeah, I could see that dude, and I kept checking over my shoulder. I was like, gosh, I feel slow right now. Freaking got to unhook the trailer, but it was cool, changed my angle. I was like, I got to score this one. I messed up the last one. I got to get this one in the end zone. But no, scoring that touchdown it's a really cool experience, and it was just a lot of fun.
And two, I mean, your defense had four turnovers all just in the second half alone, but this is a defense that we've seen really show up every single week. So, how do you guys continue to prepare for that and going ahead of Louisiana this week?
So this is a good team ahead. Our coaches do a great job of game planning for us, preparing for us. There's a lot of stuff we got to fix up. Teams are going to make plays, but we can't continue to do things to help them make big plays. Back end's got to be better. It keeps the ball in front of us. We got to stop the run game from start to finish. Sometimes you'll see us come out with a better half in the first half or second half than vice versa. But, it's just stacking good days, good practice days, and we've realized, how we practice is how we play. So I feel like if we just keep taking steps in the right direction, everything, will take care of itself because this defense is special from the front all the way to the back.
What stands out to you about Louisiana?
I haven't got my eyes too much on them. I just recently started watching their game, but it's no surprise they're playing their third quarterback already this season. He's playing well. He's a good runner. They got two backs who are a little bit shorter, but they're stout. I think they both average at least 4 yards a carry. So they're good players. They're going to try and establish a run game and then try and pick us off a little bit with some play action, some drop back pass, some quick game. But they're a solid team, 2-5. But you can't ever really take a team. You can't ever really treat a team how the record is because people did that to us last year, and we surprised some people towards the end of the season. But they're a good team, so we just got to stick to our roots, and a good week of practice should prepare us well for the game.
Joe, you played in 4 games last year. They were very strategic with your playing time to make sure that you got action, but were still able to redshirt and retain your year.
Hmm.
How much did those 4 games really help your development going into this season, knowing you're going to have a bigger role?
It was more just like that for me was more just like a confidence thing. Like I went in there, and when I was in there, I was able to kind of still play my game. So just starting this year off, I know I kind of started a little slower than I maybe wanted to, but I still had the confidence and knew that since I did it last year, I can continue to do it this year. But those 4 games were good. I mean, a lot of special teams reps in those, and still having a lot of special teams reps. So kind of just taught a lot. Had to learn quick, but you definitely can't say anything bad about getting experience in the first 4.
David Daniel caught the targeting penalty early in the second half, really put you more on the field. Just preparation, getting ready for a moment like that when you never know when your playing time is going to uptick if there's something crazy like that happens.
Yeah, it's the game. Love David, and I'm glad we're gonna have him for the second half, but we obviously won't have him for the first half. But he's a great player, as everybody knows. But yeah, him getting taken out of the game, it puts a hurt on the team. But as a number two, as a backup, you know, you just got to prepare well and know you know, and just have the confidence to come in and step in and kind of keep it going like just like how it left off. That's kind of how I kind of see things.
Wide receiver Trey Taylor, and we'll go ahead and just take some questions.
Hey Trey, was it a little nicer just to win, wire to wire as opposed to these crazy comebacks you guys have had lately?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I'll say it's been very interesting how we've been able to shape back from the games that we've been having in the past.
Was it nicer this go around just to lead kind of from the first quarter on?
Oh yeah, it felt very much better. I think we felt more confident about ourselves going into that game. So yeah, it felt way better.
And how did that feel for you? Kind of walk us through your mindset on Saturday, because you became the first player since 2019 to have a rushing and receiving touchdown in the game. But how do you continue to progress that going forward?
Just have a clear mindset going to each week. I didn't even know about that until this morning. So yeah, just having a clear head to the next, like each and every game, will be the biggest thing.
Coach just talked about, you guys got stuck on the bus, all the stuff you go through. Where does this closest to get through all this come from?
I don't even know. It's still a little clear head from that with me, because going through the bus breakdowns is just all happening at once. But I mean, it's nothing that we're not used to. We're used to hard times.
Trey, you guys have dealt with a lot of injuries, specifically offensively, quarterback, O-line. What makes you guys so resilient?
I've always been prepared for what's coming next, or what we don't know what's coming next.
How excited are you just to get back home now, have 2 in a row at the vet?
Exciting. I feel like we ain't play home in a little minute, so just to come back, having I'll say our first game back home since being away from it, it's gonna feel good.
Trey, being a Shreveport guy, how many friends and family did you have in attendance, and being able to put on a show like that in front of them last weekend?
I had a couple. It was a lot coming from the school that's ULM, because I know a lot of people that go there, and family member. It was pretty much half of my family there, so it felt good going back home, having a win, and seeing them.
Obviously, your size plays a big part in how you play the game and your speed, and just how do you feel your role with being involved in the running game, in the passing game, being able to kind of get out in space and make people miss? Just how have you been able to use your size, which a lot of people might have said is a disadvantage, to your advantage?
I mean, it's always been a disadvantage of me growing up, so just learning to adapt to how everyone playing, and then just knowing what I can do, just take it from practice to the game is what I don't really be too worried about it.